Love your neighbor as you love yourself. I personally believe that the foundation of that scripture is where God says, love God with all your heart, your mind, and strength. I believe that once we're able to love God and then we love ourselves, then we are able to love other people. Then we're able to show compassion, respect, grace. Love your neighbor as you love yourself talks about taking care of other people like you would take care of yourself. Do you know what? God has blessed me with such a wonderful friend I have. I remember one time she bought me a perfume. And I was like, I thought you were just going to give me one from your collection. Like, why did you get me a new one? And she was like, oh, I'm going to have to do for you what I would do for myself. Why would I give you one from my collection? I might as well get you a new one, right? Because that's what I would do for me too. And in that moment, that was her loving me like she loved herself. I felt like she brought me to a place where okay, if I can't do something for myself, then maybe I should not be doing it for others, because sometimes that's just you overextending yourself, and if you're not doing it from the right place, you can become resentful. So loving your neighbor as you love yourself is really about taking care of others as you take care of yourself, right? Showing others grace, mercy, compassion, respect like you would do yourself. But remember, you cannot give what you don't have. So this Valentine's Day, who are you going to love? It's not just about romantic love. What about your friends? How are you going to show your friends love? How are you going to show you love? Maybe this Valentine's Day, especially if you're someone who tends to take care of themselves a lot, maybe you can think about your friend today and send her flowers. If you're a man, you can show your friends love on Valentine's Day as well. Who said you can't? Send your guy like a shirt or something that you know that he likes. It's not just about opposite sex relationship, but also it's people that you're in relationship with as well, which could be your friends, which could be your sisters, your brothers, your aunties, your uncles, your co-workers. Pick someone from your sphere of influence and do something lovely for them this Valentine's Day. In the spirit of love, let's talk about self-love today. What is self-love? You know, for a very long time, I actually thought that self-love was really just buying yourself hair, wearing nice dresses, taking yourself out, to eat. And as much as this can be part of it, I think one thing I'm realizing in my journey, growing as well, is that self-love is down to your inner man. Self-love is down to who you are on the inside. Who are you on the inside? Do you take care of yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you have respect for other people? Because if you don't have respect for other people, that means that you do not have respect for yourself. Do you value you? Do you honor your emotions? Do you honor the friendships that God has blessed you with? Are you still in toxic relationships that you know are not good for you, that you know demean you? Are you in friendships that try to dim your light? Self-love, self-love, self-love. Do you truly love yourself? Because personally, I believe that true self-love is an inner beauty that comes from the inside and not something that you need to show on the outside. That let your character speak for you. That self-respect, that knowing of your self-worth, honoring of people without thinking that you're better than people or that you're less than. That time where you're grateful for the little things that you're able to accomplish. Times where you're able to be gentle on yourself when you make mistakes. How are you choosing to take care of yourself? Not just on Valentine's Day, where you decide to buy yourself a gift, but every day. What are you doing? What choices are you doing every day? I personally believe that self-love is when you honor your goals and your aspirations and you keep to your word. That means you've loved yourself so much and you want to do the right things to achieve what you need to achieve in life. Because if you can't stay committed to your goal, if you can't stay committed to the things that you honor and the things that you are meant to protect, how do you expect someone to come and be committed to you if you cannot steward the little things that have been given to you? Self-love, self-love, self-love. How are you treating yourself on a daily basis? How are you speaking to yourself? Self-love is when you take that step to heal. So today, I really want to encourage you to start pouring into yourself. And how do you pour into yourself? Personally, I believe that you get that living water first from God. We are not self-sufficient. I am not self-sufficient. I get my source from God first. And I choose to overflow in the love of God before I can pour out to others. Self-love is taking a step back when it's too much. I have to say that personally, God is my source. I recently completed a 40-day soul fast by Dr. Cindy Dreams. There was a quote that she shared. She said, "A man who is a reservoir is wise, but a man who is a canal is not that wise." Because when you're a reservoir, you have enough, you are overflowing so much that you can pour out to others. But when you're just a canal, you only have just very little. So you better reserve that for yourself. Remember, you're not Jesus. I mean, He is in us. The Spirit of God is in us as Christians, but you're not Jesus. When you do what it takes to become a better you, I'm sorry, there's no one who has a mean energy, nasty, horrible to people. You cannot tell me you love yourself, because the person who truly loves themselves genuinely will never act that way to people. Because remember, whatever is within is what you pour out to others. So if you're full of hate, envy, anger, that's what you're going to pour out to others. And a person who is in self-love typically does not exist in that state. You know, one thing I've realized in this growth journey is that healthy people, they move differently and they see differently. They feel differently. And people that are in their healthy, authentic states, these are people that truly know and understand self-love.